Good morning. Happy Saturday, everybody. I'm Bill the Geek, broadcasting live from Morelia, Mexico in my new setup. How you like this? It's the bomb. This is the Bill Dallas Lewis channel. On every Saturday, we get together and we go live. I say live and broadcast from Morelia, Mexico. Happy to see everybody could show up this morning. Let's see here. We have a lot to cover today, a lot going on in Mexico and in the world. Just lots and lots and lots of stuff. I want to thank everybody for showing up. If you're new here, if you're new here, you can ask me anything about Mexico. I don't know a whole lot. I've lived here for 20 years. I've lived in about 20 different apartments down here. Lived in Puerto Vallarta, Guadalajara, El Arenal, Chapala, Ajijic, Mazatlan. Now I'm in Morelia for almost 2 years. So every week I have clips to share with you. I've got a couple of clips to share with you of 2 cities that are fabulous tours that you can take and enjoy in southern Mexico, kind of near the ocean. We'll get to that in a minute. But let's see who is in the house. Who is in the house this morning? We got Elizabeth. We got Elizabeth in the house. I think she's somewhere in Ohio thinking about coming down here. We got Ops Chief in the house. Buenos dias. His name is Marco. I know that much. Hola, Marco. And to your beautiful wife, your 2 daughters, and your son, who I just discovered about a month ago. Welcome. We got Alana in the house, who is here to say, hit that like button and subscribe. Right on, Alana. Thank you very much. Steve Hunter, good morning, Coach. Happy Saturday. Happy Saturday to you too, Steve. I think Steve's coming down here from Colorado in February. And Alana, nice background. Hey, I moved. I got a new crib. All this nice furniture up in here. This is that. Hey, man, I got to go with it. Feliz dia. Feliz de fin semana familia. That means happy weekend. Spanish, they have to make all the words a basic word like weekend. Weekend. Oh, they have to stretch it all out. Feliz de fin semana. Yeah, they got to make it difficult. But Sammy, welcome. Great to see you in the house. David, my neighbor here in Morelia had a great lunch, and we did an interview with David about 6 weeks ago. It was wonderful about him moving to Mexico, how he met his beautiful wife Maria. He has 3 lovely little dogs, I'm going to say. 2 of the dogs bit me. Yeah, they bit me hard, man. I had to go to the hospital. I redecorated my crib. Looks pretty good, doesn't it? That's looking real good. MJ Creations in the house. Love being back in Mexico from Washington. Today is our 1-year anniversary of moving to the Lake Chapala area. Enjoy the Lake Chapala area. If you're in the Lake Chapala area and you want some good food, in Chapala, there's an Italian restaurant. It's called Romeo and Juliet's. Actually, I think it's called Juliet and Romeo's. The guy is Italian, and he makes excellent pizza and lasagna. It's the best food. It's the best food you're going to get in that area. That's all I have to say. Happy anniversary. I will be in the area later this year. Right on. People going through Chapala, Ahiheek, and Hokotepec. She thinks, so she speaks in the house. Good morning, Bill, and everyone. 68 degrees and rainy here in Charlotte. The weather's been weird. I was in Utah the past week, and this was the first time in over 100 years that they didn't have snow. Ooh, no snow, no skiing. You couldn't go skiing. And I want to thank my main man, Reggie Meggs in Laguna Beach, for kicking off, donating to the channel, leaving Tuesday for Oaxaca from Tijuana. Can't make Morelia this year, but definitely next year. Keep traveling. Thank you so much, Reggie Meggs, for contributing to the channel. And this is a big travel week for me. I'm leaving either tomorrow late at night or early morning Monday, be on a bus. I'm going to 3 cities this week, and without your donations, I can't do it. So I bought new equipment, bought these headphones so I would have good audio, and I got some new equipment and upgraded my camera so I can broadcast nice and fresh, so I look good, smell good, got good content. Yesterday, hold on a second. Let me check some more messages here. I think it's Romeo and Julieta is in Ahiheek now. Oh, good for them. Good for them. Their food is excellent. I mean, all of their food is the best food you're going to get. It's excellent. So whatever. Hit the like button right on. Right on. Hit the like button. Keep on advertising. Keep donating. Donate to the channel. Good morning, Bill, from Cincinnati. Shirley. Shirley, I lived in Cincinnati for 10 years. I lived in Mount Adams. That's the best community I've lived in my lifetime. I lived there before all the yuppies bought all the properties up in there. It used to be a freaky deaky neighborhood, lots of bars and entertainment overlooking the city. I lived on Ida Street, 1228 Ida Street, right on the edge of the bridge. You go over the little bridge and there's Rookwood pottery. From my bedroom windows, I could see Procter & Gamble's headquarters. Few people know that Chiquita Banana is headquartered in Cincinnati, Ohio. I could see their building. I could see the stadium where the Reds play and the Bengals play from, and I could see the Ohio River too. Oh, that was back in the days. I used to party in Mount Adams in the 70s. And if you partied in Mount Adams in the 70s, I know you used to go to the pavilion. You used to go to the pavilion with that great view and City View Tavern down overlooking the Ohio River. Been there too many times. Oh, ooh, great days. Oh, the Blind Lemon. Oh, you bringing back. I've been in. They almost renamed the Blind Lemon. They almost renamed it the Bill Dallas Lewis Bar. Just a hole in the ground. So many places. Oh my God! Wow, you bringing back the memories now. I had some great times and met some great people. Okay, so let's get on with the getting this morning. I had a great breakfast yesterday with John Gray. He's a brilliant man. He has I think it's from Idaho. He has properties in the South. I forget. Brilliant man, a physicist, a city council member in Idaho, still today, a brilliant man. Took me out to breakfast. What a brilliant guy, man. And the funny thing is I was putting together some, I needed some fabric yesterday, and I needed something else. I needed a utensil, a telescopic utensil that I could use my fabric with. So I went down to meet John Gray, and this telescopic object that I needed looks a lot like the top of a shower curtain. So I went into this department store and said, I had a picture of it. I said, "Do you sell these?" The guy said, "No, we don't sell them. Go to Woolworths." Woolworths, really? Woolworths? Okay. I'd never been in a Woolworths to go shopping. But anyway, I said, "Well, where is it?" He said, "Oh, it's a block down the street. It's a block." So I'm meeting John at this one spot, and Woolworths was a block away from where I was meeting John. So I go in there. They had what I was looking for. It was very inexpensive. And then I needed some fabric. So there's a place called Paracina. Paracina, I think, is all over Mexico. You go in there. I'll put up some videos of it in the next couple of weeks. I took videos of it. It's fabric, all the fabric you could want. So I asked somebody on the street, it's called Paracina. Where's Paracina? And they said, "Oh, it's just a block over there." So I did my shopping at Woolworths. Then I went to Paracina. That was a block away. This is all in El Centro. And the really beautiful thing about it is all of these department stores and fabric shops are in these 500-year-old buildings. Yeah, man. And then, okay, so I bought my fabric. Then I went and met John. I met him at this if you come to Morelia, I'll meet you at my new hot spot to get food for breakfast. It's a wonderful place. I think it's called Michelina's, something like that. If John Gray, if you're here, and you can tell us the name of that place. So I met John across the street from the plaza from where this place is. I said, "John, I got a new spot." And John got here about 6 weeks ago. He's going to spend 6 months, and he's been living in El Centro. He was in a hotel. He's moving this weekend into an apartment. The hotel was charging him like $1,600 a month. So he got a house. He's renting a house now, and the house is only going to cost $400 a month. So anyway, then I met him, and everything was perfect. Everything that I wanted or needed was within 2 blocks of each location. El Centro in Morelia is fabulous. Very, very fabulous. Look who is here, Kat. Woo, meow, baby. Your apartment looks like you live in Greece. Yeah, baby. I got to move and groove, get my stuff going just the right way. You hear what I'm talking about? Yeah. And Kat and I interviewed Kat about a month ago. That video is up now. You got to check it out. She's brilliant. Her and her husband are considering moving to Puebla. I'm not going to Puebla this week, but I think the first week of February, I'm going to Puebla and 2 other cities. That'll be the first week of February. Axel Foley, hi everyone. Missed the last show. Happy New Year to you. And Axel Foley, Happy New Year to you also. Yes, Happy New Year to you and welcome. We missed you last week. Dave, hey Bill, have you ever been to Johnny Bench's restaurant? I don't think so. There's a whole strip of well, you probably already know this, David, but on the river there's a strip of bars on the river right next to the stadium. I've been to almost all of those, and maybe I was in there and I just didn't know the actual name of the place. Happy New Year, Axel. Buenos dias todos. Happy New Year to you. Morelia by June. Welcome. Pretty background. You like that? Am I moving? Am I grooving? Is it looking good? Abundant Mango. Hi, Bill. I watched the video with Kat and loved it. Thanks for watching. Thanks for everybody letting everybody know how fabulous it was. Okay, so we're all updated now. I'm pretty sure I'm going to make some content changes. I'm still going to go live every Saturday. I'm still going to go live every Saturday at 10 a.m. and talk about Mexico. But I'm making a move, and I think once or twice a week, I'm going to go live, same time, but I'm going to talk about international news, especially after this week with the assassination of Ms. Good in Minnesota, where ICE shot her 3 times in the face and killed her. This was a 37-year-old white woman, and then the ICE asshole that shot her on tape on his own mic, he shot her 3 times in the face, and then he said on his mic, "fucking bitch." Yeah, that's what he said. That is what the Trump regime, they're doing stuff like that. You got the Venezuela thing going on with Maduro. All of these actions are illegal. I got to talk about it. I got to spread the word. The post office is changing how they stamp the mail to mess with the elections. So if you're going to vote by mail, do it 1 month early. Send in your ballot 1 month ahead of time for sure. If not, 6 weeks so that your ballot does get counted. But once I'm going to start this, I don't think I'm going to start it in January, but I think in February I might start it this. I might start it this month. But I'll be going live talking about politics in the United States because everybody needs to know what be going on. Okay. And I lost about 8,000 subscribers last year when I started talking politics, but this stuff is crazy. The United States, it has its challenges, but generally speaking, it's a wonderful place. We got to keep it in the good foot. We got to be in the good foot. James Brown is dead, so he can't say it. So we got to tell people, get on the good foot. Be fair, be kind, be nice, be gentle with your neighbors. Pluribus unum, from many come one. So I'll be putting out the word once or twice a week. That will be starting in a few weeks or in the month of February. Okay, now, good morning, all. Sandra, welcome. Welcome to the channel, girl. Surely so many people here agree with the ice cubes. That's funny. The ice cubes. Yeah. Yeah. Okay. Sandra, so looking forward to getting out of the U.S. Um, uh, hey, I tell you what, I've been down here in February. That will make 21 years in Mexico. And I have no desire to visit, to return to visit the United States. Mexico is so fabulous. And Sammy, who's in here, she'll tell you I'm just greeted by love everywhere I go. The Mexican people are so wonderful and warm and kind and hard working. These mofo Mexicans, they be working their butts off, man. Honest people, kind. I love living in Mexico. And what's going on in the United States with from the top down, Donald Trump, J.D. Vance, Pam Bondi. I mean, their attorneys. It's just a big sham. It's a big sham. Those people got to go. Now, crypto. Unfortunately, until Trump is out of office, we will all suffer. He is demented. He ain't demented. I'm going to use the R word. I'm going to use the R word. He's retarded. Yeah, man, he don't need no alcohol. He's just mean and evil. It's time for him to go. Have you heard about the eSIM card restrictions? Ooh, no, I haven't heard about that. Fill us in, please. What's your background? It's beautiful. Oh, it's just this is where I live, girl. And you might, I move around. I move around. I find a place I like. I was walking around, and they said, "Oh, Bill, you should broadcast from up in our place." So I'm up in this place, and I liked it, so I thought I would broadcast from here. Deep think now. Yeah, I've delayed my move to Mexico because of the current admin. Was worried my own country would start dropping bombs on Mexico, and they are talking about that. Looks like it might happen. I'm a pissed off mofo. Right on. If you want to come, be at the. I told people before the election, I told them to read Project 2025. I told them about Donald Trump wanting to be a dictator on day one. I lost about 10,000 subscribers. People thought I was crazy. Now they're executing Project 2025. Donald Trump's a dictator. He didn't stop at day one. The man is crazy. But I think he's just mad and angry because he ain't getting no from his wife. Ooh. Shirley, I know you lying. Okay. MS Lady, we haven't seen you for a while, 21 years. I want to be like you when I grow up. Where should I stay if I come to Morelia for a 3 or 4 day weekend? My suggestion would be to get a Airbnb in El Centro. I have a subscriber, and she came down a couple of months ago, got a great Airbnb in El Centro right next to the plaza. That's where everything is. She said it was about $50 a month. I stayed in a fabulous Airbnb in El Centro. It cost me $100 a month, but it was decked out. So don't stay in a hotel. Get an Airbnb. And if you get an Airbnb, then you can walk around, buy food out on the street. You can cook it at your crib. You got nice got couches. My Airbnb, $100 a night, fabulous, 2 bedrooms. Everything was immaculate, and I could just walk out of my door and everything's there. That is my suggestion to do for you. That is my suggestion. Have you heard about the new Mexico phone registry starting January 9th? I haven't heard about that either. Fill us in. 33333. Okay. Okay, now let's go. Oops, I was fixing my inner key. That's funny. Alana, 5759, thank you. Sandra, does anyone know of a good periodontist in or close around in Morelia? Will be visiting soon and want to have some dental work done. I'm putting up a video tomorrow about my dentist here in Morelia. They may be able to hook you up. It's Caesar and Christina, husband and wife. In fact, the second week of February, I'm going to spend 3 days with them. Can't wait. And they're so nice. I'm going to say they're in their late 30s. They have all the modern equipment that will be in my video. I will have their email, their Facebook page, and their WhatsApp contact information. You can contact them and see if they can do the work that you need done. I'm going to create that video tomorrow, and it will go up Tuesday or Thursday of this week. $100 a month or per day. The Airbnb was $100 a day. I'm sorry if I misspoke on it. It was $100 a day. But, well, the location was well worth it. Wow, I want to stay there. Well, yeah. Oh, now my friend stayed at an Airbnb. It was $50 a day. $50 a day. I must have misspoken. Blah, blah, blah. Okay, Ms. Lady, can't get mad about the puppet without first being mad at the puppet masters. Ooh-wee. Ooh, that's deep, girl. Ooh, the puppet masters. And that's the billionaires making lots of money off everybody and everything. It's like when Trump put the tariffs on China and everybody in the world, well, the farmers couldn't sell their soybeans to China anymore. And that's where they made all of their money. Now, the good thing for the billionaires is once all of the farmers file bankruptcy, then Trump's billionaire friends can buy up all their farms for like zero money. That's just hilarious. New phones or eSIMs bought after January 9th must be registered before service. Oh, my God. Nationals use a CERP and foreigners use their passport. As of July 1st, unregistered phones will be suspended. Oh, my God. Ooh, and now a CERP. For those of you that don't know what a CERP is, if you have any form of visa, in the United States, if you have any form of visa in Mexico, you automatically get a CERP number. Once you get a visa in Mexico, 1 year, 2 year, 3 year, 4 year, permanent, you may not even know what a CERP number is until somebody asks you, what's your CERP number? It's on your visa. It's an automatic thing. It's kind of like a Social Security number, kind of, but not quite. Now, Eugene, what's up, Eugene? We haven't seen you in a while. Good morning, Bill. Shout out from Soledad. Happy New Year and Happy New Year's to you and your family. Yep, the Puppet Masters. Yep, they did that. Good morning to Lenora Wilson. Great to see you here. What registered mofos want to control and spy on us? Hey, since we talking about stuff here, I skipped by this and I'm sorry. Stefan donates $13.99 Canadian to the channel. God bless you, my friend. Had breakfast with him and his son in Mazatlan on the beach about 2.5 years ago. God bless you. I hope your son is doing fine. Boy, we got people. We got people just chatting today. Now. Okay. Alana. E5N. When you say nationals, do you also mean people who have RT or RP status? Okay. We got. Yeah, Kurt number is on your card. Yes, it is. Helen Hall. Hi, everyone. Hi, Bill. Happy New Year from Wilmington, Delaware. Great to see you here, girl. Has anyone heard about this? There are reports that Americans arriving overseas are told by immigration that their passport was reported stolen, lost, or canceled. Ooh, I haven't heard that one. And I've heard a lot of stuff. Kurt, voter ID. Ooh. Sandra, I have a great English-speaking dentist, dentista familiar. Okay, there you go. There you go, Sandra. Try that, and he speaks English. My dentist does a really good job, but their English is kind of shaky, but they get the job done. That doesn't make any sense because U.S. allowed them to leave. Okay. Now, hey, Bill, are there any gated communities in Morelia? The guy that I was talking about, John Gray, that I had breakfast with yesterday, he's leaving his hotel in El Centro, moving into a gated community. Now, hold on a second. Hold on just a second here. Let me show you this. Okay. Now look at this is the view. This is the view from my apartment. See that tall building right in the middle of the screen and all those houses around it? See that? See, now the building is moving away. I'm going to stop that and play this again. You can see that tall building right in the middle and all those houses all around it. Those are all gated communities. There are hundreds down the street this way, gated communities, down the street that way, gated communities. There are, I'm going to say, hundreds of, if not thousands of gated communities in Morelia. Okay, now I'm going to go to clips here in a second. I have a CURP number, but I don't think I'm eligible to vote. I have No, a CURP does not give you the ability to vote. If I'm not mistaken, I don't know. There's so much that I don't know, but if you're not a Mexican citizen, I don't think you can vote. Okay, it's time to show some video clips. Here we go. Let me scroll down here. I'm going to show some video clips. Oh, here we go. Okay. Okay, my video clips this morning. I got to make some changes here. Okie dokie. I got to make some changes in my system here. Okay. Okay, now. Okay. Okay, so I have some videos of this place called COMALA. And I took a tour through COMALA. I spent 3 days there. And do I have a map? Oh, here we go. Okay. Okay, let's try it. Bear with me here while I make some adjustments. Okay. Okie dokie. I'll be here. I'm in Google Maps. Here we go. Okie dokie. Now I'm making adjustments to my system, and I'm going to have everything. What's that? I'm going to have everything ready here in a second. Here we go. I want to share my screen. Yeah, that's it. That's what I want to do. Okay, allow. Okie dokie. Here we go. Okay, here we go. These video clips are about a place called COMALA. Now, this city here, this is Colima. Colima is about a 10-minute drive from COMALA. Colima has a population of about 150,000 people. You can see Morelia over here. You can see Colima over here. I'm going to say it's probably a 45-minute drive from the beach. I'm going to zoom in on the map, and you can see Colima here. And I took the tour of this place here called COMALA, a beautiful little city. You're going to see it in a second. I took a tour with a guide. She's Canadian. Her name is Lucie. And Lucie's contact information is in the description below. Her name is Lucie. Her full name is in the description below with her WhatsApp number and her email address. So what I'm going to show you now, these are clips from my tour with Lucie. And now I got to find the clip. Oh, I'm getting older and I can't see as well. So Lucie took me on a 3-day tour. And once you get there, you're going to see one of the most active volcanoes in Mexico. It's called the Colima volcano. She took me to many different places in the COMALA area. And she lives in COMALA. She's Canadian. She visited Puerto Vallarta when she was 18 and never went back to Canada. She speaks English, French, and Spanish fluently. Now, this is a drone shot of COMALA. It's just a beautiful, quaint little city. She rents a 2-bedroom, 2-bathroom, fully furnished home for like $400 a month. I do believe this is a Pueblo Magico. I'll have to check on that. But all the cities, all the buildings were white. And this is the shot of the plaza from the drone. Her tour, I think at the time, it was costing me about 800 pesos a day. That's $40 a day, but she takes you out for 8 hours. She is a lovely, lovely, lovely person. All of her contact information is in the description below. She's like an encyclopedia of all of the history of that area. That is the plaza. And look, there's me with the drone. And there is the I took the bus there, and that is the volcano. They call it the Colima volcano. And sometimes it is one of the most active volcanoes in Mexico. I stayed in this beautiful little hotel. And I had a little deck, a back porch, and there were chickens out there saying hello to me in chicken talk. It was just beautiful, and it was only 1 block away from the main plaza. Oh, and I could hear the bars playing like disco music and stuff. So the people were jamming, and in front of the hotel, they had a couple of peacocks. Woo, peacocks. Yeah, now this is one of the joys of living in Mexico. You never know what you're going. Peacocks at the hotel. And you're going to see the name of the hotel here shortly. Yeah. Oh, yeah, okay. So here we go. Oh, here we go. So this is the street the hotel was on. Nice and clean and safe. I could live here. Lucie chooses to live here. She's lived here for years. She has like a 4-year-old child. But here is the name of the hotel that I stayed at. Hotel Posada COMALA. Hotel Posada COMALA. Very clean, very affordable. The people were extremely nice. And there's Lucie from the back right there wearing her cowboy hat, walking me to the main plaza. There's the church on the plaza in the background. All of her contact, the trip, stay at that hotel, the COMALA Hotel Posada. Contact Lucie, plan on staying for 3 or 4 nights. She'll take you on tours that'll knock your socks off. We're on the plazas, all kinds of restaurants on the plaza, a great nightlife, playing rock and roll music, jazz, R&B. Those guys right there, they were playing James Brown. Fabulous. So it was a fabulous trip. Now, I think this is my first morning there by myself. I didn't know where to go. I'm waiting on Lucie to come and pick me up. But nice, festive little places a block away from my hotel to go get things to eat. Notice you don't see any garbage. That's the plaza straight ahead. Notice you don't see any garbage on the streets at all. No, just wonderful, clean living. I forget what the altitude is here, but it's only an hour away from the beach, I think, driving. So it's going to be hot and humid in the summertime, but I don't think it's going to be as hot as humid as some other places. Okay, now Yeah, there you go. Oh, and on over there where the arches are, every day, every afternoon, the restaurants at that plaza, if you get a drink, you get a beer, you get a Tom Collins, you get a shot of tequila. Well, if you get one drink, then you get free snacks. They call them botanas. See, you get free snacks. See, all you got to do is order one beverage. I don't know if they give you the snacks if you get a Coke. I don't know. But it was every afternoon. Now, this, Lucie briefly took me into the city of Colima. This is the plaza in Colima, population 150,000. I think it's 163,000 people. It's an actual city. COMALA is more like a town. So we didn't explore Colima a lot, but we did explore we did explore the surrounding areas a lot. And I only have about 8 more images of COMALA and Colima, but the trip was fabulous. Near COMALA and Colima, there are these pyramids, and the name of there's Lucie again. The name of these periods are the Cofradia. These are the Cofradia pyramids, and what you're seeing there is just a small segment of the pyramids that are there. It's like they have acres and acres and acres of these. It's called the Cofradia pyramids. And these things are like old. And Lucie knows all about them. She'll walk you through them and tell you what they're named, where they came from, all that kinds of stuff. Fascinating. And this is where they played that pelota, the pelota game. You're going to see it here in a second. This is a ball court. This is the ball court where the people get together and they play with the rubber ball, and you got to kick it around. It's kind of like soccer. And then I think whoever wins dies, get killed, and there are many of these. I'm gonna call them ball courts throughout Mexico, and I forget the name of the game, but the Cofradia pyramids were breathtaking. That's all I can say. Also, Lucie took me to a botanical garden. I'll be putting up this video this week, and all of the details will be in my video. But there was this engineer that built this botanical garden, and he was a genius. All the furniture, there's Lucie pointing out the furniture. He hand built and hand painted all of these fabulous woodworks. This is his house. I mean, all of that woodwork, the chairs with the leather, he built all of those by hand. He loved woodwork and he loved plants. And he's got all these plants, and it's something like each plant represents a plant that is in Mexico. He's got every plant that exists in Mexico in this garden. And Lucie knows all of this. If you're looking for an excursion, an educational, fun-filled excursion with a wonderful person, Lucie will talk to you all day for 3 days. And then she always takes you out to lunch. Also, COMALA, there's Lucie right there on a different day. Lucie knows the coffee plantations. This is a coffee plantation. That guy grows the trees. He's drying out the coffee beans over there. He sells the coffee. And Lucie knows all of these people that do this stuff, and because she speaks fluent Spanish, and she's been there like forever. Stuff like that. And then there's this place here. We're in the car and we're going to this place called Crater Lake. Crater Lake, right outside of COMALA. You can go there and chill out. It's a big picnic, and this is very near the volcano. I mean, Lucie will take you to the volcano, tell you all about that. She'll take you to the coffee farms, and you can buy. I actually bought some of the coffee. It was fabulous. But here is Crater Lake. If you like to go fishing, you can go down there and fish, catch you a bunch of fish, take them back to your hotel, fry them all up. Hey, just like Arthur Treacher's fish and chips, all you got to do is find some potatoes, and you can be Arthur Treacher's making up some fish, and that is Crater Lake. But Lucie has all, and I'm telling you about Lucie. She probably forgot about me. I'm telling you about Lucie. I don't make a dime telling you about Lucie, but I spent 3 days with her, and each day was fabulous. Lots of information, lots of history. We got volcanoes, pyramids, Crater Lake. And see, there's some people out there with their boats, fishing, having a good time, just enjoying life, very friendly. Mexico is a very extremely friendly country. And every day we ended the day by going to get something to eat. And this is a restaurant in COMALA. The name is on the sign there. I'll put up this video to explain further this week. But she knows all of the restaurants in town. She can give you suggestions as to what would be the good things to eat in each and every restaurant. Again, all of Lucie's contact information is under the first paragraph in the description below. Yes, Lucie. If you're going to Mexico, there's so much to see, but this is a guaranteed win. You go hang out with Lucie, it's a guaranteed win. Okay, I haven't been over here to comments in a while. Let's see now. Okay, I'm way backed up. Oh yeah. I'm looking here. Next thing I'm going to get with your donation money, I'm going to get some glasses so I can see. Okay, somebody just sent Marco in Chicago. Thank you so much for donating $20 to the channel. Marco and his lovely family in Chicago donated $20. Thank you so much for supporting the channel. And there's a link right down in the description below. It just says donate. And this is how I can take trips and do stuff like that. Now, okay, I'm scrolling. Yeah, when you guys donate some more cash, I think I'm gonna get some glasses. Now, oh, okay, here we go. Here we go. I have a CURP number, but I don't think I'm eligible to vote. Yeah, I think you need to be a citizen to vote. Yeah. Hello, Bill, my fellow Buckeye. Buenos dias todos. Yes. Welcome. Yeah. Go Buckeyes. Uh-huh. Hey, Bill, how much is a one-bedroom apartment renting for in Morelia? Okay, very good. Okay, let's say this. Okay, where do I start here? Oh, man. Okay, my rent for this apartment where I live, and I put up a video that goes through my whole apartment. It's one bedroom, two bathrooms, fully furnished. As of when I moved in, it was $420 a month. As of today, it is $493 a month. The value of the dollar with Donald Trump running things is going down. So the value of the peso is gaining on the dollar. Thus, my rent is more expensive because of Donald Trump. So I'm going to say somewhere between $400 to $500 a month. You can get a one bedroom, one bathroom, fully furnished apartment. I moved in here 16 months ago, and it was $420 a month. Now, the guy who found this apartment for me was the guy that owned the Airbnb in El Centro that I just told you about. That was so wonderful. That Airbnb was $100 a night. It was fabulous. And I said, hey, man, can you help me find an apartment? So he found this place. And I was looking for 2 bedrooms, 2 bathrooms. And he said, oh, I can get you 1 bedroom, 1 bathroom, fully furnished. And I said, I want to pay less than $500 a month. Okay. So he found this great neighborhood, loved the neighborhood, everything's good. But he said, okay, but if you want 2 bedrooms, 2 bathrooms, fully furnished in El Centro, he said that's going to cost you about $700 a month. All right. I live I don't want to call it a suburb, but I'm a 10-minute drive. If there's no traffic, I'm a 10-minute drive from El Centro. But to live in El Centro, it's going to cost about $700 a month. I know a woman who rents a 3-bedroom, 3-bathroom house in El Centro. I just talked to her last month. She's paying $650 a month. That's what I can say. Sandra, although there are a lot of gated communities here, a lot of neighborhoods have private security guards and cameras. And David, thank you so much for saying that, because in the neighborhood that I live in, they have a security guard that walks through the neighborhood all the time. At nighttime, they have a guy on a motorcycle that goes up and down each street all night. And he's got some weird little whistle. He goes, doo-loo-loo-loo, doo-loo-loo, doo-loo-loo, doo-loo-loo-loo. And he goes up all night. And there are and then the main entrance that doesn't have a gate, there's a security guard there all day and all night. His name is Alex. He speaks fluent English, okay? So This is not a gated community. There's no gate. You don't have to check in or anything, but there are security people here all the time. I don't quite know who pays for what. Stephanie, outside of the mountains of snow, everybody is good here. I've a feeling you are about to take your first steps as a freedom missionary. Best of luck, amigo. Thank you. Yeah, I'm a freedom missionary. That would be me. Bill the Geek, the freedom missionary. That would be me. Axel Foley, thank you for donating to the channel so that I can get a cold one. Nothing like a cold one. Today here in Morelia, it was 41 degrees this morning. That's 6 degrees Celsius. Right now, there's not a cloud in the sky. It's probably about 73 degrees outside. Axel Foley, thank you so much for contributing to the channel. Hola, amigos. ¿Qué pasó? Throwaway. Hola to you, throwaway. Todo bien aquí. Great to see you. Now, what would an apartment like yours cost in Central versus a gated community? In El Centro, it'd be about $700 a month. Maybe between $600 to $700. $600 to $700. Unless, now, unless you get crazy. There are crazy people, usually Americans, trying to rent you a place for $1,000 a month, $1,500 a month. When you hear the word $1,000 a month, it's time to go. Just laugh and walk away. There you go. Nice video. Thank you. Thank you very much. El Rey Rayo. Thank you. Going for Mexico permanent residency appointment next week. Congratulations to you. Throwaway. Right on. This is lovely. Yeah, that was that trip to COMALA was fabulous. Lucie is fabulous, and all of her contact information is in the description below. Okay, I'm lost. Oh, there we go. Here we go. Good luck. Okay. Oh, good luck. Yeah, wish me good luck, girl. Good luck. You'll do just fine. Wow, lovely. Yeah. Mexico's fabulous. Orlando, going to Orlando for her appointment. Nice. Okay, now, just remember that if you want to drive a car down, it is very difficult to do if you have a permanente. Ooh, that's a whole nother story. Cars and visas. Buena suerte. As bien suerte, that means luck. Way to go. No plans on driving my car or any stuff from the USA. I had a car for 12 years. I'm so glad that I do not have a car now. It's beautiful there. Love the peacock. Thank you guys. Yeah, we're family here. I was thinking of driving to Morelia. Otherwise, I would need a laptop rather than a travel with a desktop. My cousin moved to Mexico from Montana, and she had a farm with 12 acres. Her husband died, and she asked me, well, should I bring my car? And I told her no. I told her, don't bring your car. So she moved down here. Now she lives in Ajijic, and she bought a car down here. It's like a van. So I told her don't bring the car, but she came down here and she decided, you know what? I like to have a car. So, come down with out a car or bring your car down. You'll decide what you want to do once you get here. I'm planning to drive. What I think I will do is bring my laptop and buy a big screen when I get there and attach the laptop to the screen. Nice thinking. Nice thinking. Alana, I have a desktop and a big dog, maybe 2 dogs. I was thinking of hiring someone to meet me at the border and drive. Tell you what, Morelia by June. I tell you what, if you fly me to the border, I'll drive with you. Fly me to the border and pay for my food and lodging, and I'll do it. How you like that? Good idea. There are also caravans that drive together from Laredo, Texas, and probably other places as well. Oh, okay. John Gray. That's funny. This is a guy that I had breakfast with yesterday. He's brilliant. The more he talks, the more I learn just that I don't know anything. I'm just going to shut up and listen. Okay. And so we were finishing up breakfast and I said, oh, well, John, I'm leaving now. I'm going to go put together my green screen. That's why he's saying that. I was just putting that. Thank you very much, John Gray. Good to know. I will have to Google this stuff. Very good. Oh, wow. COMALA looks like fun. Beautiful area. Let me say again, Lucie, all of her contact information is in the description below. I'm going to say maybe she's 40 years old. She moved to Puerto Vallarta when she was 18 from Canada. Never, she got to Puerto Vallarta. She says, I'm not going back to Canada. And she just stayed there and started living around Mexico. She has decided to stay in COMALA. She loves it. Very educated, very smart person. And if she loves it, I'm going to say it must be a great place. Do you need a license to fish at Crater Lake? I don't think they do the fish license things here. Oh, I don't know, but I don't think so. I used to go fishing with my grandmother. My grandmother, this was in Ohio. This is my dad's mom. Hold on a second. Hold on. Here's my grandmother right here. That's my grandmother on the left, my dad in the middle, and my mother. On the left is Cornetta. She was married 5 times. That's Cornetta, and she was a fishing freak. She used to take me and my cousins. We'd get up at 6 o'clock in the morning and go fishing and catch bluegill and catfish. That's what bluegill and catfish. Then we'd bring them back to her house in Marysville, Ohio, and eat them all up. Yep. So she had a fishing license. But here in Mexico, I don't think they have fishing licenses. I don't know. But I learned something new yesterday. I was taking the taxi to go meet John, and the taxi driver, he was a talker. He was talking, blah, 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 blah. And he says, do you know? Oh, okay. So Morelia is in the state of Michoacan. Michoacan. That is the name of the state of Mexico. And he says, do you know what Michoacan means? And I thought about it. I was thinking, surely I've read it somewhere. I must have read it somewhere. I just can't remember. I was thinking, I said, no. What does Michoacan mean? I said, no, I don't know what it means. And he said, Michoacan means land of the fishermen. So Morelia is the capital of the state of Michoacan, and Michoacan means land of the fishermen. There you go. The lake is so green. That's because it's clean. I'm telling you, that is a trip worth making. Are rental agreements usually month to month, annual, or does it vary? It varies, Ms. Lady. And again, Ms. Lady, thanks for asking. I have video clips. I always have video clips. I got stuff to talk about. I got stuff to talk about. It runs in my family. I can talk. My dad could talk. Cornetta, his mother, could talk you to death. When we were little kids, our little cousins, we go up to grandma's house in Marysville and spend the week. She'd take us fishing every morning. She had a giant house. I don't know how she had the money to have this big, giant. I mean, it was huge. Okay. So she'd make us breakfast. There'd be like 4 cousins and her, and she'd cook us breakfast. And there was this one little corner of the kitchen. It had benches on the walls and a table. And there's a way that she could sit down at one of the tables, and then we couldn't get out of where we were. And she would sit in her spot. We couldn't get out, and she would talk for hours, and we could get out. So yeah, I can talk. But anyway, the reason I say this is because thank you for asking questions. Thanks for asking these questions. That is why I am here to share information. Okay, so let's get to rental agreements. When I had a rental agreement in Puerto Vallarta, it was a 1-year agreement with some Americans. Let me think a minute. Everywhere I've lived, it has always been a 1-year agreement. So now I'm here. I'm in this place. I signed a 1-year agreement, but that year is up. And the landlord said, okay, well, you've been here a year. You had a 1-year agreement. So now you don't need an agreement anymore. Now I have no agreement. So it varies. 1-year agreement. When I was in Mazatlan, the person who found me that apartment in Mazatlan found a place, and I told her I didn't want to pay more than $600 a month. So she found a place that was $750 a month. And I said, no, I only want to pay $600 a month. So she told the landlord, what if he signs a 2-year agreement? And land said, oh, well, if he signs a 2-year agreement, then I only charge him $650 a month. So by signing a 2-year agreement, I saved $100. Well, it was still over $600, but it was $650 a month. So you can negotiate. I'm not aware. In Mexico and all over the world, everything is up for negotiation, but everything is negotiable. But let me say this. Also, how much money that you pay up front will vary. So almost all the time, they want you to pay the first month's rent and the deposit. I think to get in here, I had to pay the first month's rent, the deposit, and the last month's rent. That varies. Everything is up for negotiation down here. Soulful and vegan. Hola, happy weekend, Bill and the crew. Happy weekend to you. And look who has shown up today. the beautiful and wonderful High Vibe. Great. Good morning to you, girl. We just went through COMALA. It's one of your kind of towns you might like. It's kind of small, kind of out of the way, nice and clean and fresh and very affordable. Ms. Lady, throw away. I'm so jealous right now, but excited for you. Abundant Manda. I am going down to Los Algodones, where they have over 400 dentists in one small town. It's a cross the border from Yuma, Phoenix. Okay. Lots of dental bridges get done there. Oh my. Very interesting. Okay. That's nice of you, Bill. Oh, my pleasure. My pleasure, girl. If you're relocating from the US, how do you go about renting an apartment in Morelia? Okay, I've done 2 or 3 videos on renting apartments in Mexico. I'm going to share with you. Okay, let me think about this. I'm going to share with you 2 ways to do it. The first way I'm going to tell you, let me think about this. Okay, first of all, I'm going to say what not to do. Don't go to Craigslist and look. Don't just do a search in Google and look. That's where all the places are that you don't. Yeah, no. In most cities in Mexico have Facebook groups. I learned this from my cousin who lives in Ajijic, and she didn't know anything about Mexico. I had written 2 books about moving to Mexico. You can find them on Amazon now. Geek, Moving to Mexico. I wrote those years ago. She read my books. She moved to Guadalajara. She didn't like Guadalajara. So she wanted to move to Ajijic, where more people spoke English. So what she did was she found some English-speaking Facebook groups of Americans that lived in Ajijic. Ajijic probably has like 40 Facebook groups. Okay. So she went to a couple of those groups and she said, I'm looking for a 2-bedroom, 2-bathroom, fully furnished apartment, and I'm willing to pay $650 a month. That's what she did. Exactly. She went to Facebook. That's what she did. And she had people contacting her out the ass. You know, oh, yeah. Oh, we got a place. You want to see it? Oh, yeah. Oh, you want our place? You want, yo, we got that place for you. You want it? You want to see it? Oh, I mean, she had so many offers. It was crazy. So she didn't get 2 bedrooms, 2 bathrooms, fully furnished. She didn't get it for $650 a month. No, she didn't get it. Instead, somebody gave her a 3-bedroom, 3-bathroom, fully furnished house in Ajijic for $650 a month. She's still there. She's been in that place for like 4 or 5 years now. She got more. That's way number 1. And I've used that method. It does work by going to these Facebook groups in major cities, like, even though I wouldn't even call Ajijic a major city, population is only like 50,000, if that. But in cities like Morelia, there are English speaking groups, Guadalajara, Puerto Vallarta, probably Leon. And if they don't have English speaking groups, just get on a Spanish speaking group and do translations, get it done like that. That's way number 1. Way number 2 is working with Airbnb owners. Get an Airbnb when you're looking for Airbnbs. If you've gone to a city and you look like, and you're looking through this apartment, that apartment, they always have the manager's name. Okay, so you're looking at this apartment and the manager's name is Carlos Rodriguez. Okay, then you look at another Airbnb and the manager is Carlos Rodriguez. Then you look at another manager and look, there's Carlos Rodriguez again. And then you look, oh, look, Carl. And so all of a sudden you look at and you see that this dude, Carlos Rodriguez, he's in like 3 or 4 of these Airbnb ads. Okay. That means Carlos, either he owns a lot of properties or he works for somebody that owns a lot of properties. So what you do is you look through the Airbnb, find in a city or a location, you look for repetitive names, or you just look for one Airbnb. I don't think this is a good way to do it, but one Airbnb, one name. You can contact them. Hey, do you have more properties? So work with Airbnb people. I know a woman came down here to Morelia, a friend of mine, and she worked with several Airbnb owners and had, over a course of a year, she lived in many different Airbnb locations. She cut deals with all of those Airbnb owners. Lovely, Bill. I will look into budgeting for that. Yeah, budget for that. Budget for that, girl. Budget for that. Fly me to the border. Fly me to the border. And from the border to Morelia, I'm going to say we would need one night at a hotel. I would think San Luis Potosi might be that spot. And then we just drive down to Morelia. Yes. There you go. I can drive from El Paso, Texas to wherever, right on El Rayo. And Eugene, thank you for donating to the channel. Right on. I appreciate that. And I'm taking a big trip this week. 3 cities. I'm going to pay bus fare, hotel fare, all that kind of stuff. And without your donations, I can't go anywhere. I just bought these this week because I wanted to have good audio. I had to buy my green screen equipment so I could be in anywhere in the world and look good for you guys. I got to pay internet costs, all that kind of stuff. And your donations allow me to do this. And if you don't want to donate, like you can always click the join button and just donate like $3 to $10 a month. And I'm saying this now because I watched the Midas Touch, the Midas Touch. And I tell you what, at the end of each and every one of them, of their videos, they ask for money. You know what I'm saying? Yeah, so they got 6 million subscribers. They'd be asking you for money every video. So yeah, this is, thank you so much for supporting the channel. If you got $3, if you got $1, whatever you got, hey, I don't go out and hang out in bars. I don't do drugs. I ain't got no prostitutes up in here. Don't buy no fentanyl, heroin, cocaine, nothing like that. With the money that you guys donate to the channel, it goes into travel and equipment. That's it. That's where the money goes. Thank you, Eugene, so very much. Bill, that trip would make a good video or part. Yeah, girl. Fly me to the border. We get in the car, drive on down here, and we video. We just have a video all the way down. Yes, that's right. Beautiful women. Oh, yes, that's right. Oh, yeah, Bob. You must be talking about my grandmother and my mother. My mother was hot. She had 5 sisters, and they were called the Sharp Sisters. That was her last name, Sharp. My grandmother's name was Lillian, and my grandfather was Earl, and his name was Earl Sharp. And they had 6 girls, the Sharp girls. So thank you very much, the Sharp girls. Yes, Ms. Lady, yes, we have caravans from Southern California to drive across the border. Very good. Hey, Bill, I'm hitting the double nickel tomorrow. 55 years old, the double nickel, 55 years old, have a shot for me down there in Mexico. 55. You a spring chicken, my brother. You a spring chicken. That ain't nothing. That ain't nothing. Happy birthday to you, and thank you for the donation. Your grandma had a breakfast nook. Great family story. Thank you, Ms. Lady. Thanks, Elray. Good to know. Okay, now we got people showing up here. What time is it? Oh, okay. Hello, Angela Morris. Great to see you here, girl. Looking good. I understand that just driving around and looking for places is a good. Okay, now. Okay, let's talk about that. That's what I left out. That's something that I left out, Axel Foley, of the apartment look thing. Okay, now, I was living with a Mexican in Guadalajara. I was living in this person's house, and she was diverse. She was divorced from her husband, and they had 3 adult children, and he got very sick. And he had to find, for some reason, he had to find an apartment. And this person that I was living with, this person had 3 very well educated children that were adults. They were all older than 30 years old. So to find their father an apartment in Guadalajara. Now, they were from Guadalajara. They were born in Guadalajara. They grew up in Guadalajara. They've been in Guadalajara forever. To find him an apartment, they decided what would be a good neighborhood, and they just got out and started walking around these neighborhoods, and they would write down the places that were for rent, the phone numbers. That was it. They would look for a place. If it looked like a nice place, they would write down the phone numbers, call the people up, and go visit. Ask them, well, how much is it? They knew where it was. They knew what it looked like. And that's how they found him and a very nice apartment that was appropriate for him. That is another way. Let me think about this. Somebody contacted me this week, and they had seen my apartment in Mazatlan. I did a video on that. They had seen that video, and they said, hey, I'd like to live in that apartment. And so I sent them the contact information. I sent it to them, but then I had a friend who lived in that apartment complex, and it was getting expensive. What I got in there, I was paying $650 a month, and then the people all of a sudden were raising the rent up to $1,000 a month. Then they were raising it to like $1,200 a month. The people in the complex just got greedy. So I had a friend who got an apartment, a bigger apartment, 2 blocks away, 4 blocks from the beach, and he was only paying $600 a month. And so he was in my apartment building. He just went out and walked around the neighborhood and found another spot. So there you go. Yeah, just get out, find a neighborhood you want to live in. There's a place for rent right down the street from where I live. Big sign out front says for rent in Spanish. Okay, is it safe to look for apartments alone, or should you hire a realtor? Boy, Kat, that's a wonderful question. Now I'm a man. Okay. Who did that song? Well, okay. So I'm a man, so I don't have, I found, no, wait a minute. To find, let me think. Somehow, when I found my apartment in Mazatlan, I used a realtor. Okay. So in Mazatlan, I was using the Facebook method to find an apartment. So I found a Facebook group in Mazatlan. I said, hey, this is what I'm looking for. I'm willing to pay $600 a month. And somebody in this Facebook group sent me a message, and she told me that here's a person you should contact her. And what was her name? She was a realtor. This realtor found me that apartment. Okay, so I'm in Mazatlan. I'm in this group of people that I've known. We get to be friends. And there was another realtor in the group that would find people apartments. Realtors in Mexico will help you find apartments. What's in it for them? The realtor gets 1 month's rent if the deal goes through. So if you're paying, let's say you're a sucker and you're paying $1,000 a month for an apartment. Well, once you sign the deal, the realtor gets $1,000. So sure, if you can find a realtor to help you, I would say that is a number one good way to get that done. Woo, wow. Thank you. Very good questions and comments. Hey, Bill. Oh, yeah, Bill, I think you talked about that before. Facebook sounds like a place to find a place. And look who is here. GM, Bill. It's Doc in Atlanta, just checking in and listening for a few minutes before my round of golf. You go, man, round of golf. Thank you very much, Doc, for contributing to the channel, and I hope you shoot a 68. Thank you so much for contributing to the channel. Thank you. I have an Excel spreadsheet budget, and I am plugging it all in. Right on. Cats, have you heard of Airbnbs charging you for utilities if you stay longer than a month? No, I haven't. But it makes sense. Okay. But I've not heard of that. No. I watch the Midas Touch also. Yeah, I watch the Midas Touch every day along with Legal AF. Yeah, Midas Touch and Legal AF. I watch them every day. Great news. They're all attorneys. Also, I watch The Bulwark and The Damage Report and other places also. Buenos dias, Buck Stops here. Glad to catch the live stream today. Buck Stops here. I've been using the glasses to support the channel. The Buck Stops here. Shipped down my new glasses, my secret glasses. Now I have 2 sets so I can spy when I'm on the road. So some people will contribute equipment and some people contribute dollarinis. Thank you, Buck. MS Creations, we rented an Airbnb for a month while we looked for a rental that we liked. We worked with a couple of realtors because they don't have MLS listings, so they all have different rentals. Yes. Now, that is also interesting. In Mexico, they don't have MLS service. And yes, all the realtors have different listings. It's a trip. The Airbnb method works. That's how go to Ajijic and San Miguel Allende. Just call my old host and book the time and length direct with the landlord, saving cost. Negotiate a lower price. Very good, Doc. And that's something that I never really thought of until I saw people actually doing it. People were contacting the owners for the Airbnbs and getting a better price. Yes. Call me optimistic, but I will be traveling at the age of 72. Yeah, right on, girl. I had breakfast with somebody this week, and they're 84. 84. They traveling. Hey, as long as you can walk and talk, hey, don't even think about it. You good to go. You still a spring chicken, girl. Yeah. Okay. Feliz cumpleaños. That means happy birthday. All right. Adios, amigos. Are you off to see a movie, Axel? Thanks for showing up. Thanks for contributing to the channel and sharing your questions. I love Guadalajara, especially the Zapopan area. Yeah, I lived in Zapopan for 3 years. It's hard to find an apartment in Mexico when the owners are gringo pricing. They sell the local price and they sell the gringo price. Be mindful of that, mis amigos. That means my friends. And that's true. That's yeah, you got to work around that. That's why if you can find an honest and I've only been gringoed. Let me think about this. I only got gringoed in the first apartment that I had in Mexico 20 years ago. And that was by some Americans. Some Americans that lived in California rented me a shithole, and it was $700 a month. They ripped, that was 20 years ago. What they rented to me should have cost about $200 a month. I got effed by some Americans that lived in California. But other than that, everybody's been pretty straightforward. So beware of getting gringoed. And the buck stops here is totally right about that. Been there twice, Zapopan or Guadalajara. Using a Mexican number when using WhatsApp and will speak Spanish to the apartment landlord. Yes, that's a good idea. Or if you have a friend, that speaks fluent Spanish, or even an attorney, here in Morelia, I made a video with Fernanda. To be smart about looking for an apartment, if you can, if you can find an attorney or a Mexican attorney to just make a few calls for you. Hey, I'm looking for an apartment. Can you call the landlords? The Mexican attorney speaks Spanish. They know what's going on. And then you don't get gringoed. Yes, and have a Mexican phone number. Cats, next time I am in Mexico, I'm planning to get a phone number. And I will switch my WhatsApp number. Very good. Maybe that's why apartments cost 3 months to move in. They have to give a third of it to a realtor. Whatever, Shirley. I don't know, girl. To piggyback off Cats, Lenora Wilson. Okay, now, Lenora, will using a realtor keep you from getting gringoed? maybe. But I'm telling you, I've had at least 10 apartments down here. I've only been gringoed one time, 1 out of 10. So most Mexicans are straight up and honest. Yeah. Okay. Now, oh, great idea. Okay, there you go, Ms. Lady. Thank you. I hope you start a drive across the border with Bill. Segment 3-4 time per year with fees included, of course. Right on. Hey. And thank you, Ms. Lady, for contributing to the channel. Right on. Adios a todos. Hasta la próxima fin de semana. And that means bye, everybody, and see you next weekend. Yeah, right on. All right. I might get a Mexican who will help me with the apartment rental. That's a very good idea. Okay, well, I still have more video clips. Now, this year, wow, woo, my mouth is dry. Woo, let me get some water. Oh, wow. Ooh, excuse me. That was good. Okay, here we go. Yes, Bill, what Ms. Lady said, U.S. tourists will need to travel over the border every 180 days. Yeah. And as of today, the 180-day thing still works. And I did that for 5 years. I know a Canadian guy. No, he's an American. He's an American, and he's lived in Puerto Vallarta for like 30 years. He's been going back and forth to the United States for 30 years. Okay. Whatever works for you until that law changes, it's still all good. So now I've still got some video clips. I put up a video this week about Durango. And let's see here. Durango, I could live. Let me make some changes here. Here we go. I got to make some changes. Durango. There you go. Okay, so let's visit Durango. And let's look at the map. There we go. Let's look at the map and see. I think maybe I might have a map ready. Oh yeah. Okay. Okay, so let's get out of that. And here we go. There you go. There's Durango. There's Mazatlan on the left-hand side, and there's Durango. Durango is about a 3.5-hour bus ride from Mazatlan. And it is a beautiful, beautiful, beautiful bus ride. You go through the mountains, and you go through these beautiful mountains, and in those mountains, so that they have a road that you can get through, you go through more than 60 tunnels. 60 tunnels. It's a breathtaking trip. and it's worth a drive just to get there. It's beautiful, and if you take the bus, see if you can get a bus line that has the double-decker bus, and you want to sit on the top floor in the front row. Plan your trip ahead so you can be on a double-decker bus on the top row in the front, and the trip is just awesome. Here's the weather in Durango. You can see in January, it's going to be a low of 34 degrees. I was there in February, and it was cold as hell at nighttime. And I had no clue. I had no clue it was going to be that cold at night. I think it was 32 at night. But in the daytime, you can see there in January, around 1 o'clock in the afternoon, it's going to be 69, 72 degrees. So in the winter time, but Morelia, this week it's going to be 36 degrees on Monday in the morning, but it's going to be 70 in the afternoon. So you're going to have, Durango has great weather year round. Let's look at cost of living. The name is Durango City. I looked up prices to get a 1-bedroom, fully furnished apartment. The most expensive for a larger, better furnished is going to cost you $500 to $600 a month. Mid-range, a 1-bedroom, 1-bathroom, fully furnished apartment is going to cost you $800. That's going to be $400 to $450 a month. And to get a shithole apartment, it's going to cost you $300 to $350 per month. Yeah, so even on the high end, on the expensive end, you're looking at $625 a month. When I lived in Mazatlan, my landlord, who owned my apartment building, had about 400 units in it. But my landlord, she was weird. She owned one of the apartments that didn't have anything else to do with the whole apartment complex. I don't know. Her and her husband must have bought it years ago, got some kind of deal on it, something like that. So she owned my apartment. I was the only one in the building that went through this. So she owned my apartment, but she lived in Durango, and she was one of the most fabulous landlords I ever had. But here is that's one of the longest suspension bridges in the world. You'll see that and drive over that on this trip. Here we go. And here is one. There it is right there. That is, I think that's either the tallest or the longest suspension bridge. And here is one of the more than 20 tunnels that you'll go through on this trip. I tell you, driving through the mountains and seeing these beautiful bridges and tunnels, there it is again. Look at that. Who built that? Who built that out in the middle of nowhere? Really? Who built these tunnels? The Mexican engineers, the Mexican government, Mexican businesses putting this together. Durango is a big silver mining town with 6 or 7 universities. Look at those fabulous mountains. When you donate to the channel, this is where your donations go to take trips like that. Look at this. Look at that. This is better than going to Disneyland or Magic Mountain or Kings Island to see sights like this. This is out of this world. Yes, and that's just look at that. They don't have stuff like this in Ohio. No, no, no. And here's the benefit of sitting on the top floor of the double-decker bus. This is your view from the front seat when you drive over the suspension bridge. Yes, this is better. This is better than Disneyland, Magic Mountain, better than Disneyland Orlando. Oh, yes. Oh, yeah. It's orgasmic. Yeah, take your popcorn, your Coca-Cola, maybe have a cheeseburger up there, and you can just be looking out there slobbering, drooling. Nobody on the road but you and your own private bus in the front seat. Woo! This is the driving trip from Mazatlan bus station to the Durango, Mexico bus station. Wonderful, wonderful, wonderful. Yes. And when you guys donate to the channel, this is where your donations go so I can share images like these. Oh, a wonderful, wonderful trip. This is the Durango Cathedral. Now, again, I mean, this place is Durango's out in the middle of nowhere. Now, I've misplaced my notes, but if I'm not mistaken, the population of Durango is like 500,000 people. So it's not a small town. It is a mining town, silver and other minerals. Look at that organ. Look at that church organ up there. And look at these ornaments and ceilings for the Durango Cathedral. It's a very sophisticated town with many. They made many westerns in Durango with Elizabeth Taylor, John Wayne, that would stay in this city for months while they were filming. And the city has western shows. Like you go outside of town, they have horses, people dancing, doing the hobble hobble do 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 do, dancing horses, the whole deal. So you can go on these western excursions. This is the main park in Durango. Beautiful, beautiful. Gosh, I got a page of notes. Oh man. And it's not handy. But let's see here. But the park is just beautiful. And look at, I think this is maybe a Tuesday or Wednesday afternoon. And in Durango, not only is it very affordable, not only are there many educated people there, lots of educated people, my landlord who lives there, her and her children who I've met, totally bilingual, perfect English, rides in the park, families in the park. Now, of course, this is either a Tuesday or Wednesday around 2:30 in the afternoon. But now the city of Durango has everything you want. They have the big box stores. I don't know if they have a Costco, but they have the big super malls. You can buy all your stuff that you need there. Lakes in the park. You can take a BB gun down there, shoot one of the ducks, take it home with you from the park. I don't think anybody would bother you if you did that. But this is the park in Durango, one of the many parks. So the city of Durango, let me hold on a second. Let me click this over here. So that's Colima. Ooh, wrong thingy. This turned. Oops, didn't mean. I'm clicking the wrong buttons. I'm looking here. Okay, D10. I got to get back to my map. Here you go. Okay, so Durango is kind of out and away from things. I mean, it's 3 hours to Mazatlan. You can see San Luis Potosi. That's got to be 4 or 5 hours away. Aguas Calientes. That's got to be 4 or 5 hours away. Leon. So Durango it's a sophisticated town, but it is somewhat secluded. But for nice, good, clean living, it's great. Okay, now here we go. Okay. I think this is this is the plaza. And let me go back here. Here is the main plaza. I found a hotel right on the plaza. And let me stop that and go back to here. Yeah, this is right on the main plaza. I found a hotel right on the plaza. There was a McDonald's on the plaza and many other restaurants. But I tell you what, when I'm on the road, if there's a McDonald's, like if I can see it, I go there and get like 3 cheeseburgers. The good thing about eating McDonald's cheeseburgers is you can eat one and it's warm, but then you take the other 2 back to the hotel and just leave them on the desk. And the good thing about McDonald's food is it never decays. You can leave a McDonald's cheeseburger in your hotel room for 2 months and still eat it, and it still tastes the same. And the bread and the burger and the cheese, it doesn't get moldy because it's all chemicals. And sometimes when you're on the road, that just seems to work okay. Yeah, okay. So here's the gazebo on the main plaza, the Durango Cathedral there. Yeah. So the city is very affordable. I bet buying property is very affordable. But I'm just going to say it's like 3 or 4 hours away from another major city, though you're going to have perfect weather year round. And even in January and February, where it's going to be very similar to Moravia, it's going to go down to 36 degrees, 38 degrees. But by 1 o'clock in the afternoon, it's going to be 72 degrees. Yeah, very sophisticated city. And the people were very nice, friendly. I enjoyed it. Yeah, here we go. The city of Durango. That is near the plaza there. There you go. What is there not? It's a diverse age group of people in the city. It's a historical mining city. and lots of college students, college professors, engineers, business people, arched places. Look at these sophisticated people just eating on the plaza. Young people, middle-aged people, people my age, people older than me. Notice you see no garbage anywhere. No police people dragging people off the streets, putting them in jail. I totally enjoyed this trip. And beautiful people, if you're single like I am, you can look around at the nice looking women. Yeah, look at this. Look at this. Yeah, this is what I like. Look at how beautiful the sky is, how clean the streets are. Yeah, I could live in Durango. If you're working online and you want a very affordable place to stay, this might be the place for you. Durango, Mexico. You could just sit on that plaza, walk down the streets. They have all the food that you want: Greek food, Italian food, French food. I bet even they might have Mexican food. They might even, they had a McDonald's. Oh, okay. Now this is inside McDonald's. Okay, now let me go back. Okay, now I'm gonna show this. Okay, now here's the arched ways, and I bet this building is like 400 years old. Okay, building's like 400 years old, but in one of these buildings, there's a McDonald's. You got McDonald's in this building that's 400 years old. Well, I mean, really look at the arches. These are the real arches. Look at this. This is inside McDonald's. Okay. Yeah, man, blew me away. But they had some of the best McDonald's cheeseburgers I've ever had. And I tell you what, a bad McDonald's cheeseburger is just very disturbing. I loved walking through the small walkways. Yeah, I could live in who couldn't live here? Who wouldn't want to live here? Get me a little second floor apartment on this street right here and some binoculars. I'd just be looking at the women all the time with my binoculars, whistling at them out the window, asking them, hey, baby, you want to come up and have a cheeseburger up in my crib from McDonald's? Yeah, yeah, there you go. So I would say Durango, get a nice Airbnb, a nice hotel near El Centro, and stay at least 3 nights. 3 nights. Go see one of the Western shows. Also, this Durango is the home of Pancho Villa. Pancho Villa, who was famous for the Revolutionary War. And the Revolutionary War was after the War of Independence. I believe it was from 1910 to 1920. This is where Pancho Villa grew up. Oh, wow, man. I thought I had more. I'm going to put up this video this week. Yeah, that is all of my Durango images. That was my last one. I'm gonna put up this video this week. They also had this thing called a teleferico. That is it's like one of those air buses, they hang from wires, and It takes you across the city, very inexpensive. That was something else that you can do when your friends and family comes to visit you. You can take them on the Teleferico. You can go to the Pancha Villa Museum. You can go to the Mining Museum, huge silver town. And I'm going to say what really amazes me is how did the Spanish find all these gold and silver towns? Must have been tortured. They must have found people, tortured them, kind of something like Donald Trump would do. All right, now let me go back here now. Population of Durango is approximately 500,000 people. I want to say 500,000. Okay, I'm scrolling back. Okay, I'm scrolling back. Okay. Okie dokie. Okay, here we go. Yeah. Okay. I have 2 refreshing glasses of water behind you on the table. Oh, yeah. Hey, yeah. I should just go get one of them. But I got my cup right here. And actually, this is truly water. Oh man, water's good when your mouth is dry. Nos vemos, Alana. We'll see you. So you only have to leave every 180 days for at least 1 day, right? Okay, now we're talking about immigration again. Hey, it doesn't matter how long you leave. You can, you stay for 180 days. And let's say you go to Tijuana. You're in Morelia. Your 180 days is up. And you go to Tijuana. And then you walk across the U.S. border. Now, then you're in the United States. Then all you do is turn around and walk back into Mexico. 30 seconds, 15 seconds. All you have to do is walk out and walk back in. You don't have to wait a day, a week, nothing. Just in and out. 30 seconds is all you need. And it's not so much how long it takes, it's how many steps it takes. Out, in. That's it. Mexico is doing the railway up for shipping stuff across the isthmus too. Be building stuff in Mexico. So beautiful. Okay, now. That's awesome. I guess people are talking about the bridges, maybe. I would be terrified to drive on that bridge. Did you just admit to drooling during pleasure times? Oh, the bridge was awesome. Yeah, I had no fear. I didn't feel fear at all. That it was a beautiful. What's the population? About 500,000. Por gracias por visuales las mapas de Mexico sent from ABQ, New Mexico. De nada. Okay, let's see. Okay. I love how clean all of these cities are, and you don't see a lot of poor, drugged out, homeless people. The government structure must be good for the people. Yes, and I tell you what, everywhere. Oh, okay, let me go back in time a little bit. And when I was going to graduate school at the Ohio State University, I lived in a poor, nasty apartment. It was $125 a month, 1 bedroom. It was nasty, roaches. I was grad school. I didn't mind. But next door, this German lady owned a beautiful brick home, Mrs. Bauman. She was from Germany, okay? She had a beautiful brick home right on the edge of Ohio State University, German. And every morning, rain or shine, she would come out and sweep her porch and her sidewalk. Every day. She'd come out and sweep her porch and her sidewalk. And she would be the only person in Columbus, Ohio that did that. You got 1 million people living in Columbus, Ohio. She was the only one that did it. Okay, now, I don't know if that's true, but she was the only person I saw doing it in a town of 1 million people. In Mexico, everybody sweeps their front sidewalk and their porch, and many times they'll hose it down with some water to keep the dust down. Everybody. That's everybody in Mexico. Everybody. That's why all these places are so clean. It's more than a tradition. Durango has a tramway for very nice view. Yes, the teleférico. They call it the teleférico. And some people, if you think about freeway systems, if you have an outer belt going around a Mexican city, they call it the periférico. Periférico. Like in Guadalajara, they have the periférico going around the city, so to speak. But this is the teleférico. That is the tram that goes over the city. Very beautiful. Very beautiful, beautiful, beautiful. And Justin in Iowa just contributed $20 to the channel. Thank you so much. I'm going to use that for half of a hotel stay, either Monday night, Tuesday night, or Wednesday night. When you guys contribute to the channel, that is where your donations go. And Justin, God bless you for consistently contributing to the channel. Thank you very much. Anna Titan, I would like to see small street corner cartas that allow independent fresh food sellers to offer the public fresh farmers style snacks. Make eating easier on the go, more kind. Muro Mercado. I would like to see small street corner carts. Okay. Yeah. Small street corner carts. I'm into that. Okay, people, I don't know what language that is. Licky Lou. Okay. I rented an Airbnb condo on the top floor in Puerto Juarez near Cancun, Isla, and location right on the beach. It was expensive and the temps near 100. Oh my, that was too hot for me. I hear that, man. Yeah. I went to Cancun like 40 years ago. Let me think. Yeah, about 40 years ago, I went to Cancun with a friend of mine and his wife. And we went out at 8 o'clock in the morning. I think it was in July. And we went out at 8 o'clock in the morning to play tennis. No. That was not happening. No. You melt. You just melt. You go out and play tennis for 5 minutes. You just melt right down into the court. I thought you had to stay out for a day. No, in, out. And if you guys find out that you have to stay out for a day, let me know. But I don't think so. No. Yeah. All right. So I want to thank everybody for joining us today. I want to thank everyone for joining us today. I hope you like my new environment that I just created. I hope that the sound was good. I just invested in these head microphones in the middle of the week so that I could have good sound for you guys. I try to look good, sound good, provide some good video clips for you guys. And if you like what you see, click the like button. And if you like the content, click subscribe and become a member. Click that join button. And for as little as $3 a month, you can help me stay in this wonderful place and buy new equipment and get on the road and travel. Yes, that's how we stay on the road and travel. We'll be on the road 3 days. I have my 3 cities picked out. This afternoon, I'm going to pick out hotels, check out bus schedules, all that kind of stuff. Be on the road Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday, back in a bus Thursday, headed back to Morelia so I can put together video clips for next Saturday. Yes, next Saturday, we'll get together. That'll be January the 17th. We're going to be halfway through January. Yes. Maybe Donald Trump will have a heart attack and die before next Saturday. Woo-hoo! Yes. It could be a great week. Heart attack. Woo! So, well, that's about all I got for. Let me turn off this banner here. Anybody got anything else to say before I shut this bad boy down? Let's see what the buck. Okay now. Okay, hold on a second. I got more comments here. No, I don't think so. Hold on. Yeah, okay. Here we go. No, I don't say. And if you have to stay out a day, okay, maybe that's true. I wonder if I just get an MX phone number on a SIM and put it in my dual SIM. Yes, yeah, people do that. That's the smart things to do. And that dual SIM card telephone thing is just out of this world. That's what you want to do. You have then you can switch back and forth between your Mexico environment and your US environment all on the same phone. That's brilliant. Okay. We bus or walk and drive or ride across town to get to the US Walmart goods. I must go out of my way, attain the fresh produce. Yeah, that's the great thing. That's one of the most wonderful things about Mexico is all the fresh produce year around. You can get fresh produce everywhere all year round, right from the farm. And if you're a meat eater like me, if you like chicken, if you like pork, if you like beef, if you like bacon, all that stuff is fresh year round everywhere, all throughout Mexico. And believe it or not, Mexicans are health freaks. You look very good and wholesome. That's because I am good and wholesome. I am, girl, you hit that right on the head. If you go to the dictionary right now and get in there and look up good and wholesome, you'll see a picture of me just like this. I'm good and wholesome. That would be me. Yeah. Thank you very much. Buck stops here. Me too. I flew to Cancun and traveled from there to Merida. Please believe me, it was near 100 degrees Fahrenheit for a week in January. No, do not visit the Yucatan Peninsula if you don't like extreme hot weather. No, Buck stops here. No, I hear you, man. I don't want to be around nothing that I know. I don't like it. No, I'm not going. Woo! Nos vemos. I think nos vemos. That says we see you. That means bye, pretty much. Have a great weekend. Linda Jordan, thank you so much for saying goodbye. Medical analysts around the world say the right shoulder, arm, and hand does not look well. Yeah. Talking about Trump. His right shoulder is misaligned, according to China experts in Chi energy. Marco, Ops Chief, you have a great weekend, Marco. Tell your wife and your children. Bill the Geek says hi and be safe. Be safe. Ms. Lady and Marco, thank you, Marco, for contributing to the channel so that we can travel and invest in equipment. Thank you so much. Bill, be careful. YT will censor. YouTube will censor you. Yeah, I'm waiting on that. I will just travel to the hot spots via YouTube, right? Hey, my sentiments exactly. Well, okay. Well, I upgraded this computer so that it has more higher visual capabilities. So then I got my green screen thing going on back here, planning my trip. Everything is beautiful down here in Mexico. I hope that we provided some information that will help somebody with something today. We will have videos from being on the road next Saturday when we come back live. Let's see now. Okay, now. Hold on. Okay, here we go. Yeah, that's right. Okay. I looked up your family heritage name, and by God, I saw a picture of Victorian Warden who looks like your spitting image of Victorian great grandpa Warden Lewis. Thank you. Thank you so much. Sandra, hey, Bill, would it be too hard to find a ranch home in Morelia, or is it just story homes? No. There are, I'm going to say there are hundreds, if not thousands, of ranch homes in Morelia. Hundreds, if not thousands. That will not be a problem for you. No problem. Grandpa Warden Lewis is an amazing person, very precise. And I bet he's warm and wholesome also. All right, you guys. Well, I'm going to shut down for today. I'm glad that we have high-speed internet today. I'm glad we had electricity today. I'm glad all the computers were working for us today. Hopefully this trip goes well, which I know it will. I want to thank everybody for joining us today and asking questions, leaving comments, clicking the like button. I want to thank people for clicking that like button, for subscribing, for donating to the channel, or just showing up. This year is going to be a good year for the Bill Dallas Lewis channel. I hope to make better videos with more informative, have more fun, be more creative. But that's all I got for the day. I want to thank everybody for sharing this Saturday morning with us. And I'm getting ready to head to the grocery store. So I'm so I'm Bill the Geek. This is the Bill Dallas Lewis channel, broadcasting live from Morelia, Mexico. Love you all. Be safe this Saturday. If you're in the United States and you see an ICE member chasing you down with a machine gun, run, just run. If you're a citizen or a non, it doesn't matter who you're, just run. Adios, amigos.